Will Harris is born and raised right here in Kansas City. A former pastor of 26 years, this man truly cares about providing people with positive experiences. Will is also an accountant by trade, and after realizing working an 8 to 5 was not his cup of coffee, he set out to start his own business. Now, with 2 locations, Classic Blends Coffee and Cigar Lounge provides a unique combination and experience. Will even shares his own story of traveling to the Dominican Republic to source his own brand of stogies. With live music on the weekends, high-end drinks, and a mature crowd, Classic Blends is a must-try for all in Kansas City and who visit Kansas City. Thank you, Will and Familia, for all you do for the town. This is enterruptkc. Enjoy this episode.
Welcome back to Interrupt KC, the podcast dedicated to people, places, and things right here, JL.
Right here, baby.
In Kansas City,
That's
man.
Right. Right here, baby.
Hey, yo, so you know who it is, man. D-Rob, my man JL right here. We got Nick, man.
Let's go, man. What is up, D-Rob?
Oh, man. Hey, I wanted to give a little shout out to young Nick, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Big 2-6, Nick.
Hey, man. Everybody in them comments, tell Nick happy birthday, man. We doing this the day after his birthday, man.
We've talked about this before, man. Like, I don't think people realize, like, Nick's over here on the side. We over here get to have all the fun in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Talking and whatnot with our guests, but Nick's over here doing probably some of the most important work, making sure we sound right, making sure we look right.
Yeah, man. He's over there saying, hold on, wait a minute. But it's all good. Hey, happy birthday, young Nick. Happy birthday, man. We got one for you, man.
Yeah, salute, man.
Salute.
You know what that is,
man.
D-Rob?
Come on, you know what that is.
That's a salute,
That's a salute, man. To Nick, man.
Salute.
Hey, Kansas City. Here's your opportunity to win some cigars from Will Harris himself. He has his own brand. Flavored, Maduro, you name it, this man probably has it. Right here in this photo. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and share this episode on either of those platforms. And don't forget to tag enterruptkc. The last thing you have to do is answer the question, where did Will smoke his first cigar in Kansas City? Good luck to everybody who participates. This one will be fun. Enjoy.
But, man, people noticing. So I can't wait to interrupt our guest because, put out there on social media, right? Like, hey, we looking to do an episode with a cigar lounge owner.
Yeah,
somebody man. Tag them, holler at them for us, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I shit you not, the very next morning, I'm up in Los Alamos, of all places.
Right.
Grabbing breakfast. And I see this man sitting there, and I'm like, I think I know that guy. I met him before. I think he owns that spot. Da-da-da-da. Remember we came down there?
We did, man, yeah.
And walk right up to the man, and I'm like, hey, you want? Yeah. Da-da-da. And, man, here we are, man.
Here we are, man. Here we are.
With that, D-Rob, man, I think we need to interrupt our guest.
Man, let's do a little... stogie toast to that, right?
Stogie, blow it real quick.
You know what that is, right?
And by interrupt, man, what is it?
Hey, that means let's introduce, baby.
Let's introduce our guest, none other than the man himself, Mr. Will Harris, man.
Big
What
Will,
is up,
man.
Will?
Salute, man.
How you
What's
doing,
going
bro?
on, man?
I'm doing fine, man. Looking forward to whatever it is that we have to talk about.
Hey,
Introduce myself to Kansas City.
that's
For
what's
sure,
up.
man.
Happy birthday, my man.
Hey. Number one, man, thank you for the cigar.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love and
sir.
appreciate you for this,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Cannot wait to get into this, man, Will. But part of what we do, man, here at Interrupt KC, Will, is we talk about, we'll get to your business, this place, and everything like that. But let's talk about you for a second, man. Tell Kansas City, bro, like, where are you from, man, originally?
Well, born and raised in Kansas City. I grew up off of 49th Street in Purcell.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I grew up at and ran the streets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And left Kansas City for college, played football and ran track.
Okay.
Started out at Texas Southern.
Okay.
With a track scholarship, played some football, and then I finished up in McPherson.
What position?
Running back.
Man.
Defensive back. And
you was an athlete then.
Athlete.
Yeah.
You're running all over the place, man.
Then you ran hurdles.
Hurdles. Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Okay.
So there's some video of you somewhere, right, bro?
Google William Harris.
Hey.
Yeah, all right.
You'll find me.
We're going to Google that, man. We're going to Google that. So 49 to Paseo, man. So did you go to Paseo or where'd you go?
I ended up going to Southwest High School. I should have went to Paseo.
Okay.
But my mom was adverse to me going to Paseo. So she ended up sending us to Southwest. My sister and I, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Man, so did like athletics run in your parents or what'd that look like, man?
Well, my dad probably was athletic, but in our community, my dad grew up in the South, so I don't know a lot about what his upbringing was like, to be quite honest.
Okay.
My mom, she ran in high school. She ran for Southeast for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. I just knew I could run.
Yeah.
I was athletic.
How fast was you?
I ran probably sub 11, 10.8, 10.7 and 100. But that's not really fast.
Yeah.
But it's fast.
I mean, but you a tall dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you ain't little short. You ain't Tyreek Hill. You tall.
And I ran probably my best event was the hurdles. I ran a 38 in high school and sub 51, 52 in college.
Now, what does that mean? Because you talking to somebody who ain't athletic like you. What does that mean?
I'll put it like this. I still hold the college record and the high school record for the hurdles.
No way.
Yeah.
Southwest and Texas Southern?
Well, not at Texas Southern because I ended up transferring to McPherson.
Oh, that's right. My
But
bad.
at McPherson, I still hold 3 records.
Now, McPherson, is that in Kansas?
Yeah, small
McPherson,
school.
Kansas?
Yeah, McPherson, Kansas, yeah.
Okay.
I was just there this weekend. This past weekend, yeah.
I was actually there last week.
Really? I was there for homecoming.
No, I wasn't there for that.
For the college homecoming. For real, I just left there Sunday.
No way.
I was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, for real.
So do you get to like go down there with your family and be like, that's me right there. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
I love that, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
So, man, what does that look like, though, man? Like, you up here, you a Kansas City kid. I mean, 49 Paseo. I mean, you in the hood a little bit, You get recruited for college.
For sure.
What does that look like back then?
In the 80s, which is when I went to college, recruiting was a little different, A letter, a phone call.
Yeah.
Now these coaches are
there ain't no YouTube or nothing.
Nothing that. So
Yeah.
either they're just looking at stats and whatnot. And so I was recruited by a lot of smaller schools like Texas Southern, Southwestern, Bethany, Bethel. I did have a scholarship to play to go to MU, but that was after I was at McPherson for a year, and I just stayed at McPherson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, when you walk away from your family though, back then, I mean, was you cool? Like it was easy transition or what?
Well, to be quite honest, my upbringing was a little different. Was raised by my stepdad, so without giving up the tea, it was a little volatile.
Yeah.
Between me and him.
Yeah.
And I left home when I was 16.
Okay.
And moved in with friends and ended up living with aunts. And a coach from high school saw the gift or whatever, and he said, "You know what? We can get you out of Kansas City." And so he connected with me and connected me with some coaches. Actually, Texas Southern was his alma mater.
Oh, okay.
And so he hooked me up with some folks there, and they came in, and I was so I didn't have my parents wasn't necessarily involved in my college, whatever. So I didn't even fill out the FAFSA. The coaches from the colleges that I was attending,
they helped you.
They fill all that out, and I just
showed up.
Yeah, they just showed up, did all that, and then left Texas, and I didn't like Texas for whatever reason. It just wasn't a good fit.
Too many Mexicans.
Hey, you know what was wrong with it? It was in the hood. It was in the hood.
Yeah.
And so I thought I could do this in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And so I ended up leaving Texas, and it just so happens some cats from McPherson and Bethany, KCAC was recruiting me, and I ended up, on my way home, I said, "Hey man, I'll stop by and check out the college."
Yeah.
And God said, well, we'll give you a scholarship if you come and stay, anything about NAIA.
Yeah.
It's not really a full ride. They just piece stuff together. So by the time they were finished, it wasn't fully paid for, but at least most of it was paid for.
Yeah.
And I stayed there, and that's where I met my wife.
Okay.
My daughter was born. My wife, Catalina, she's a Hispanic gal, and my daughter was born there, and that was 34, 35 years ago.
Oh man,
Yeah.
time flies, right?
Yeah.
So in McPherson, I learned this. See, this is how you can tell.
No fear,
McPherson.
McPherson.
I tell people that they're like, "Oh, you going to McPherson?" No, listen, there's no fear in McPherson.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
That's what they said.
What were
They
you
say
doing
that.
in McPherson?
I was there for work, actually. I went down there for a little conference, small conference
No
down there.
kidding.
Yeah. And McPherson is basically like, no disrespect, anybody listening about McPherson.
It's a small town, bro.
Dude, it's like a city right off the highway.
Yeah.
It's like a little city right
Yeah,
off the
right,
highway.
yeah.
Like you can drive by it real quick.
Like, what is that, 50 and something?
Yeah.
50
I-35, 135, and 56.
56, yeah. It's like...
If you're coming through Emporia, you'll hit 56.
Yeah, and that's
it's
what
a nice little town. I mean, I stayed there even after I graduated. I stayed there for another year.
What'd you study?
An accountant.
Oh, you did?
I'm an accountant, so that's my trade more or less.
Okay.
Can I get some more fire?
It's all adding up, man. It's all adding up. Now the wheels are spinning. Okay.
Yeah.
So you was an accountant,
Yeah.
and is it just like a typical 4-year degree or CPA or what is that?
I got a 4-year degree in accounting, and then after I graduated with that, I ended up working for the city of Kansas City as an accountant one.
KCMO, Kansas City?
kcmo.
Okay.
For the Parks and Recreation, and I figured out real quick that wasn't. It didn't have enough hustle in it for me, so I ended up going back to college, get my master's degree in business, and leaving accounting, going to work for Sprint.
Okay.
And I did that for a couple of years, and I left Sprint and went to GE Capital and did some commercial asset-based lending, CAB, and I did that in Texas. We ended up living in Texas for about a couple of years in Plano.
Oh, wow.
So I did
North Texas.
North Texas.
Yeah.
I was there for a couple of years, and then came back to Kansas City, worked at a bank for about a couple of years, and then I took a job at a school district as the CFO. And I've done that for the last 24 years.
Oh, okay.
Resigned from there to start this. Actually, I kind of do that freelance. So I still do that, but I contract my services back. So I'm here most of the time trying to grow this business.
Trying to grow this business.
Yeah.
When did you or I guess when you decided to become an accountant, when did you realize through all those experiences, man, I'm gonna own a business? Early on?
You asked some good questions. Be quite honest, I pastored for 26 years.
Oh, okay.
So when I was doing accounting for the school district, I also part-time. I was a full-time bivocational pastor. I planted a church. So I did that, and I did the church thing for almost 26 years.
Wow.
Pastor.
And COVID hit.
Yeah.
And once COVID hit, the church dissolved in 2021, and I was kind of not really having, when you bivocational and you when you work a full-time job and you pastor, just to be real, you busy. And so once I pulled that rug off from not pastoring anymore, I was honestly bored.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was used to moving.
Well, how long did you say you was pastoring?
26 years.
26 years.
26 years.
Yeah.
So how big was your congregation?
Well, we got up to about a couple hundred. I actually pastored at a church called Kansas City Baptist Temple.
Okay.
It's now known as Graceway. I was there, and that church runs about 3,000. I was more of a lay pastor there.
Wow. Where's that at?
It's in Raytown.
Raytown.
And then I left.
Shout out Raytown.
Yeah. And then I left Raytown and planted a church up north. And we grew in a coffee shop. We started in a coffee shop. And we grew from maybe 5 to a couple hundred people.
Wow.
And then once COVID hit, we
Yeah.
started to dwindle down because people wouldn't come into church.
Yeah.
And so
That's
I just,
scary, man.
just kind of saw the writing on the wall.
You know my boy Damon Hodges? Raytown?
He went to Southwest.
I don't know. I don't know where he.
I know the name Hodges.
Yeah, Damon. Yeah.
Is he a pastor?
Shout out Damon, man.
Well, he might be.
He might have.
I don't know, but he my boy, man.
What made
Damon.
Just because he lives in Raytown?
Nah, I worked in Raytown with him. So
that name sounds real familiar.
But Mayor Mike, you know Mayor Mike out there and everything? No? Okay, yeah.
I know the mayor here in North Kansas City.
Okay.
But anyway, once the COVID hit, we decided, hey, why don't we start a business? Now, I had owned a coffee shop in the past, you know, because that's what we used to kind of get in North Kansas City. So did the coffee shop thing, and then once the church outgrew the coffee shop, we closed the coffee shop down, and we just did ministry.
Right.
And then
where was your first coffee shop at?
Actually, I own. You ever heard of Latte Land?
Yeah.
I owned a Latte Land in Zona Rosa.
Oh, wow. Okay. That was you?
That was me.
Wow.
And I owned that one. Then I had another one up here off of Shoto that I owned. So
you love coffee or what? I mean,
you know, when you do anything,
that was a step. That was a step to get up in it.
Just to get in up right. So and you know, when you run business, just like anything, you if it's not growing, it's dying.
Yeah.
So we expanded. We kept expanding, and once I realized, I don't really want to run a business. Just want to pastor. So I just I sold the coffee shops, rolled out of them, and ended up doing pastoring full time. Yeah.
Now, when did you open that coffee shop, Latte Land?
Latte Land, I had that in 2009 and 10.
Yeah.
09 and 10.
That coffee, man, was booming. It's booming now.
Well, you know what I was thinking about, though? I was thinking, like, how now, today, I mean, you can't go around the corner without seeing the coffee shop.
Yeah, everywhere.
I mean, that was before.
Right across the street from where we're at.
That's why I have it here.
Yeah.
Because it's just another revenue stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you? We'll get to that. I don't want to jump the gun or whatever. So is this your first location?
This was my first location, and then shortly after we opened this one, a year later we opened up another.
And what's the name of this one?
Classic Blends Coffee and Cigar Lounge.
Classic Blends Coffee and Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, we do live music.
Was that out the gate though? Like you was doing cigars and drinks and coffee and everything?
Well, out the gate we just kind of started with our motto was just going to be just this store. And we just wanted to do coffee and cigars.
Yeah.
That's simple. But once I got here, I ran into some roadblocks.
Yeah.
North Kansas City didn't want to allow smoking in a strip mall. Well, they had already issued me the business license. The permit, right. So they were in a catch-22 and I was. So it was a compromise. Hey, I'll adjust my hours to 5.
Yeah.
But so that, you know, we can continue to do business. But my motto was coffee, so that's why we opened up that second lounge so fast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, one thing I learned, man, doing a little bit of research too, man, in which something that I didn't know, man, maybe you did, JL, and I know you do, Will, that coffee and cigars
Very well.
go, the pairing to that is great, man. And man, after doing some,
then why everybody serve bourbon and whiskey with them?
Well, it depends on your
it depends on your stick. Depends on your stick, man. Right?
You mean I'm smoking cigars late in the day when I should be smoking them early in the morning?
You can smoke them in the morning. Like in the morning, a lot of times I'll go and have a cup of coffee and kind of meditate, plan out my day. You know, getting the word, some quiet time.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
That's kind of how I get it started. I'm not the best planner. So my planning a lot of times is just sitting down and just game planning. What's my next move?
Thinking about it.
Yeah, just
over a stick, man.
Yeah,
over a stick, man.
Was you always a stogie guy?
Not really.
Like when was the first time you had a cigar? Honestly,
my first cigar. One day after I had finished the sermon, this had to be 20 years ago. There was a cigar shop close to the place I worked for.
Yeah.
Called Fidel's.
Fidel's in Westport.
Fidel's in Westport.
Shout out Ben,
You're right. Ben Locatore. He was Locatore at Fidel's. Well, anyway, I would go in. I'd finish the sermon, whatever I was got going on. I said, you know what, I'm going to go have a stick just to kind of contemplate this.
Yeah.
And I'd go in there and spend a couple hours just
blowing a stogie.
Sitting by myself thinking.
Thank you.
Wow.
Right.
And you was like,
this is nice.
This is way good.
Nice. The time I did that, a guy named, I think his name was Mike, owned that. Mike. That's who Ben bought it from a guy named Mark Curry. But prior to that, Mark Curry was a guy named, I want to say his name was Mike.
Not Mark Curry, the comedian.
Not
No.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Do you remember the first cigar you smoked?
Christoph.
Oh, for real?
Christoph. That was that's what I cut my. That's the only stick I would smoke. Actually, I started with pipes. I would smoke a pipe, kind of like what you're on. And I'd smoke that, and then it was the guy who owned Fidel said, "Man, why don't you try the cigar? Because you had to work with a pipe,
Right?
Yeah.
And then he said, "Why don't you try this one?" And I tried that Christoph, and I was hooked ever since.
That was it.
Yeah. Most beginners, man, they always start with them flavored ones, right? And that kind of goes in hand with what we're talking about with the coffee deal.
Yeah.
Nowadays, man, there's so many different flavors you can have with them. There's the espresso ones, there's a coffee ones, there's a vanilla. There's
Have you
all
had
that
coffee
stuff.
with a cigar?
I have not yet.
I haven't either.
I have not yet, but
You're making me want to change this tequila to a coffee.
It's too late in the day, bro.
Hey, there we go.
Right.
He's like, nah, we passed that.
We're going to stick with the Reposado.
Yeah. Well, we passed that.
Renee, let me have another one.
Did you have a coffee the first time you had a cigar?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Well, Fidel's, they didn't serve alcohol.
Yeah.
So I'd walk up to Broadway, grab a cup of coffee, and go over to Fidel's.
So you made that kind of a hobby?
Really, I did.
You did?
I did.
Yeah. Well, that's the great thing about when you get a stogie, when you burn and blow it, man. That's what it's all about. It's just kind of, your own self type of meditation, man. Your own type of thought, your own kind of getaway, relaxation, man.
For sure.
Right?
I tell people this, and I would love to hear your perspective and experience on this, Will. I tell people, when I go out of town, not all the time, but I will search Cigar Lounge, because what I've realized is, number one, they're probably the most mature people in that city.
For sure.
And they know the city.
For sure.
And they know how to have fun and where to eat.
Yeah.
Most of them are business.
Most of them are business
They're
people.
going to tell you where to go if you're there for business, where to make money.
Right.
Who you trying to connect with. They probably got the name.
Yeah.
They probably give you a number. Hey,
Yeah.
call this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So you found that to be true too?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't go wherever I go, whether I'm in Dominican or where I'm in. We went to Italy last year. Wherever we go.
Italy,
Always find
man.
it.
You looking up a...
Absolutely.
What's Dominican like in the cigar spot? I mean, I'm curious,
It's
man.
insane.
Man.
Is
Their
it?
whole island is just one big tobacco farm.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
Wow.
Without question.
So, like, cigars was just cheap, or, it's so many, or what?
I think for them that culturally, where they're located at, that's just what
That's what they do, man.
That's what they do.
That's
Yeah,
what
man.
they do.
That's what they do. And for us, it's corn or whatever it is, agricultural, what we got going on. But for them, it's cigars.
Well, you got to think about everything that they're making there, rolling there, and exporting out, man.
Yeah.
And it's as fresh as it could be,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Oh,
Oh, man,
yeah.
the flavor of it, the taste
Flavor's
of
right.
it.
Yeah, and then and then it's a trade for them. So
Yeah.
for them, it's a genuine passion.
Yeah.
For
It's
us,
a lifestyle,
It's
man.
a hobby.
It's
For
a
them,
hobby.
It's a passion.
Passion.
And that's what they do. Like when I was just there in the DR probably a couple of months ago, my wife and I went to San Domingo and Santiago, and we spent probably 10 days there. And it's a passion for them.
Okay.
For real.
Yeah. Well, each country like that has their own kind of deal too, right? I mean, Cuba has their own deal with. That's like their natural giving. They give cigars to people.
Oh,
That's their
'cause they want you to try
generosity.
it.
Yeah.
Smoke this, smoke this. I went to a lounge, man. I kid you not. Cigar after cigar. It's like, man, I'm good. He said, don't smoke it all. Just taste it. Taste it. What do you think? And my wife's Hispanic, so obviously she spoke the language. So I was like, tell him no more. She goes, no, don't smoke the whole thing. Just try it. Drink some water and get to the next one. Try it.
Yeah.
No, wait. Look, I'm kind of like tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Just try. Just sip it
Just
a little.
sip it for them. And
Okay.
in fact, I went to a plant that, you ever heard of David Ortiz?
Yeah.
He's got a plant there that he's trying to promote. In fact, I sell his cigars. They're called Americo cigars. He's got a plant there, and they were the most generous.
Yeah.
Of course, they look just like you.
Yeah.
They're brown.
Yeah.
Oh my God, kind,
Kind.
caring as people.
Most
they
given,
know
man.
how to live.
Yeah.
Was you thinking, I'm glad this spot is not in Kansas City?
Yeah. Boy. And for them it's they make it off of, like they don't throw away nothing. And they're poor. But they don't know it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what they know.
Right.
I'm coming in. I got maybe $1,000 in my pocket. They would be happy with $10, and
Right.
they can survive. They keep everything.
Right. It's a passion.
You need to go there, bro.
I'll tell you what. Next time you go, you hit me up. Like, hey, bro, I'm going to Dominican. You want to go?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short answer.
Yeah.
So, what about Italy, though? I mean, you say you've been to Italy. I mean, is that the same?
Italy, America is so driven. I'm gonna tell you, when I went to, let me start here. I went to Cabo,
Okay.
and
Mexico.
this was before I started the Cigar Lounge.
Right.
And I was just kind of walking around being a tourist, and I seen this old lady that was she was selling trinkets or whatever.
Yeah.
Older lady. She had to be 70, 80 years old.
Sure.
I went out for breakfast. She was on that same spot. When I went out for dinner,
Same spot.
same spot. After dinner, I said, let me go out and have me, a nightcap or whatever. Same lady. I said, if
Still
this
there.
lady can hustle like that,
Yeah.
if she brought that hustle to Kansas City,
Yeah.
Be
Should
done.
be killing it.
killing it. See, we just don't know how to hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, or we don't know how to hustle the right way.
Right.
Because she's hustling, but she's got her grandkids around her. Because her grandkids was selling.
Yeah.
It wasn't her. She was just sitting there
She
collecting
was
money.
doing it, yeah.
It was her kids that was
Yeah.
coming up. The
And
grandkids.
And that's how they do it down
Oh,
there,
my
man.
God.
Everybody's involved with it, and
Yeah.
that's what gets the hustle going because
Yeah.
they see them children
Yeah.
out there, man.
And they just.
oh man,
But for them, I don't know if it's
That's their
work,
life. Yeah.
or is it just kind of it's just life for them.
Life.
it's just surviving, man.
Surviving.
It's just surviving.
Yeah.
man.
And for us, and then too, you got to think, in America, our culture, work 8 hours, 40 hours a
40
week,
hours.
80 hours,
Yeah.
40 years.
Right.
60, die 70.
Yeah.
And then so once I left there, I thought, you know what? And I was really contemplating.
That
opening.
shook you a little bit.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I had been, I worked for a district for so long, but I was working for someone else.
Yeah.
And so once I got back from there, I said, you know what? Sink or swim, we're gonna do this.
Let's do it.
Man,
And
love it.
best. I mean, obviously it's hard.
Yeah.
Because you making money, but you spending money. You're trying to keep everybody afloat, families afloat, and whatnot. But it's freedom. Because I'm not working for anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You get to be the man.
Like if I get up at 9 and I'm tired, I can lay back down.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
snowing outside.
I'm not gonna go into that.
What? You close the door.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
laying back
man.
It's
down.
just different. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, it's
yeah.
freedom in it. But and it's culturally, but it's America. It's just the way we bought the lie, bro.
Yeah.
Like let
Yeah,
me do
I hear you.
this, let me do this, but and then you get done 40, 50, you collect $1,000, $2,000 a month of
Yeah.
a pension.
Right.
No, I feel you.
You know
I
what?
feel you.
I wanted to retract a little bit, man. And that's all great, man. I wanted to retract a little bit and go back a little bit to you said something about the struggle. You know what I mean? You said something about
It's
that,
hard.
man. Yeah, the hardness of it, man. Can you touch on that a little bit, Will?
For sure. The thing about business is if it's a good idea, everybody's going to do it.
Right.
Right? And so you can't all have this-
Podcasting,
Right.
too.
Everybody's going to do it. So
Yeah.
and there's only so many customers. There's only so much dollar units out there. So, you start out and you're making money and then like somebody else jumps in and they copy. And somebody else jumps in and they copy.
Boy.
So you got to keep recreating. You got to keep repositioning yourself. I call it the word I'm looking for is
Resurrection.
you gotta move. You gotta change so that yours will stay fresh. It's not that you do anything different.
Yeah.
You just
Got to keep up. pace.
rechanging so that it's a fresh look.
Yeah.
Well, that's the hustle, but it also your money's gonna go up and down depending on how you move, and you always got to be on the edge. Like people, you get mad at a guy like Bill Gates or Facebook. Now these guys, in comparison to what we doing, is cake.
Yeah.
But if you think of Facebook, it's never the same.
Right.
Computers, it's never the same. It's the same package.
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll change the color scheme. Maybe they'll come out with a different iPhone and call it 17.
More emojis.
16, 17. More, but it's still fresh, right?
Right.
So that's what you have to do in any business that you start. Like, your podcasting. Maybe you gotta.
It's look different.
Yeah,
along
it's gotta
the
look
way.
different.
Yeah.
But it's gotta constantly be different, and you gotta repositioning. That's the word I'm looking for. You gotta. It's not that you're changing your business; you're just repositioning yourself to.
I love that.
Yeah,
and I think that's what, not to get too much on us, but that's what we love about Interrupt KC is the thing our audience gets to see is a different background because we're mobile. You've seen us set up, and we're like, we're gonna put you right here. Well, your background's different than we just had Brian B. Shining. He had 103 KPRS behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's different, right?
Yeah.
Different parts of the city. What did this place look like out the gate? Is it different?
Oh my God! It was when I came in here, it was just.
Was Jay-Z sitting there behind you?
Oh my God! It was just stud. It wouldn't. The studs wasn't even up. It was just concrete walls.
Oh, okay.
So we came in. My wife and I have a little brother that's not doing business with me now, but when I started, he was here. Antoine.
Yeah.
He's a cigar connoisseur. Antoine, my daughter Aubrey, my wife, and anyway, we came in and we literally took a piece of paper and kind of drew it out. And let's put the bar here. Let's put a humidor here. None of this was here.
Right.
We boxed it in. For real.
Yeah.
That's what
No,
we did.
I feel you.
And then we kind of drew circles for chairs.
where everything needed to be. Had your own little,
Schematic.
Schematic.
How we gonna have it look?
Right.
And then after that, we after we was finished with all that, we contracted with a Hispanic guy and said, real talented guy.
Yeah.
6'2". Contracted him and literally just showed him the picture on the paper. No shit.
Yeah.
Just a picture of a pencil drawing.
Wow.
And this brother came in and said, "Okay, I got it."
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Hispanic, but we talented,
man.
Brothers,
we talented.
Bad dude.
Yeah.
I just called him today.
Did
Literally,
you?
I called him today because I had something else on there. I'd be there Friday. This dude works 7 days a week.
Yeah.
It's another cat that was from somewhere in Mexico that caught a train to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you don't know he got money, but I know he got money.
Yeah, man.
Hey, hard-earned money, though.
He got money. Yeah, he got. But that brother can do anything.
Wow.
Electric, anything.
Wow.
I wanted to bring up. Okay, so we're here at Classic Blends, man.
Yeah.
Your logo.
What's the address, real quick? Address.
2425 Burlington,
Yeah.
North Kansas City, 64116. That's our first location. Second location is 201 East 21st Avenue.
Okay.
That's kind of a smaller.
Is
vibe.
both classic blends?
Both of them classic.
Okay.
blends.
Okay. What about your website? Let's give that website a shout out, man. What's that?
ClassicBlendCigar.com.
ClassicBlendCigar.com. Okay.
Nice.
And okay, what I was saying is your logo, man. I seen your logo, and it's kind of like some fields, some mountains, something like that.
Well, we wanted to combine. Half of it is a coffee field, if you look
Okay.
at it, and then it's a tobacco field,
Right.
right? And then kind of that background, and then CBC, C, B, C, C's facing outward.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
kind of our logo. And
Yeah.
then on our cigars, there's just this was my wife's idea, because we wanted.
Who's this good-looking dude on here?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
So my wife thought, it to appeal to just to show people to personalize the stick.
Absolutely.
For sure, man.
Yeah, she put a picture on there. Actually, this has been because we wholesale our sticks across the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got people in Nashville carrying this stick,
Wow.
Clarksdale carrying this stick. Just set up with a guy in Little Rock, Arkansas that's carrying this stick.
Okay.
Across the city, Red X is carrying our sticks. Cigar and Tobacco is carrying Sherry's Executive Lounge, which is a cigar lounge owned by a Hispanic guy named Jason.
Here?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, you need to check him out.
Yeah, I'm going to check him out.
Jason,
Jason?
good brother,
Okay.
good brother.
What's in this place called?
Sherry's.
Where's that at?
It's on 39th in Genesee. If you're going out,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's down there in Westport?
And, well, actually,
Kind of up there?
toward Rainbow, moving toward Rainbow, and that, if you're going out 39th Street, you hit Q39.
Yeah.
Right.
Some of that stuff, he's kind of in there.
Okay.
Good brother.
Man, I ain't never heard of that place.
Well, that whole area right there is just blown, man. It's just blown up, crazy.
Yeah.
So let's talk. You touched on the cigar.
Mm-hmm.
When did you do this?
Well, these aren't staying lit. The part of the
Well, you talking? That's why.
Yeah, I'm not smoking.
It's all good. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I did with the cigars, I wanted to have my own line of sticks.
Yeah.
So I thought I would just start with some flavors because, most ladies like flavors. But then the guy that I contracted with out of the Dominican said, man, William, let's expand this because your cigars are popular. Most of it is branding. You really can't get if I buy a cigar from the DR,
right,
it's only going to be so different. For example, Davidoff is grown in the DR. Mm-hmm. Torfuente is grown in the DR. Mm-hmm. It's just, it's a tobacco plant.
Yeah.
So it's, the only thing that makes it better than the other is aging, right? If it sets and they age it for a few years, then it cures or whatever.
Yeah.
So I can take a stick and give it to you. If I'm in the DR and you smoke, you'd be like, damn, this tastes like a Torfuente. Or this tastes like a Davidoff. Because they can't make them that different.
Same leaves.
It's the same
feeling.
Yeah.
Same feel. The only that makes it different is the branding.
The branding.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So once I figured that out, I thought, man, if I want to buy an aged cigar, I may have to spend a little bit more money to make it.
Yeah.
And which makes it's going to be more expensive to the consumer. But at the end of the day, you could be smoking a Torfuente with my band on it. And not know the difference.
Not know the difference. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So did you go down to the Dominican the first time with that intention? Like you knew I'm going to go down there.
I went down there to recon, to kind of look, learn the business, see what's going on, and learn what they were doing. Just obviously everything is education, right? So just in your business, you just want to figure out how other people are doing it. To see.
You was like the Denzel Washington off of that. What's that movie with Denzel where he goes to Thailand or Philippines? And
you talking about when he was?
He goes in.
I know what you mean.
American Gangster. Yeah. you was like Denzel in American Gangster. Thank you, Nick.
We'll figure this shit out.
Hey, let me go see me. I got a cousin down there I can call real quick.
Go right to the man.
Mm-hmm. And it was so you went down there. You was like, oh, okay, this is how this works.
Right.
And okay.
So did you have to pick and did you sample like different fillers, different wraps and everything else?
Once I start sampling and figuring out how it burned, the look I wanted. Smoking it, like the way it burns, like the look, like the style of the stick.
Right, and there's so many to choose from,
so many.
Man, right?
But again, it's branding. Once you go with a stick, then you got to push. Like for example, this is a Habano wrap stick with this really Cuban seed, right? So they say the
seeds
they're illegal for us to buy.
Right.
So all those Mexicans are smart or whatever. Well, the fuck, they just got Cuban seed, brought it to DR, grew it, and it's a Cuban tobacco, really, that you buy from the DR.
Yeah.
It's really no different than a Cuban tobacco.
And those seeds are they're so small and tiny too. It's hard to even try and get those.
It's just wherever you buying them from in Cuba or DR, Nicaragua or El Salvador.
Them Nicaraguas, man, those are dope too, man. Sticks. Those are real dope.
Man, is it common though, Will, like, for cigar lounge owners to go and grab their own sticks, start their own brand?
It depends on how aggressive the guy is. In the cigar business, if you're just dependent on guys that come in and buy cigars to stay afloat,
ain't gonna happen.
You're gonna be struggling. Right? So you got to figure out different ways to create revenue streams, whether it's the bar, whether it's coffee, whether it's wholesaling your sticks, whether it's retailing a humidor or a lighter. It's just business. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. Talking about your sticks, man. Let's give a little shout out to the different flavors you got. Yeah. What do you offer here with your own sticks, bro?
We've got a array of sticks. We got over 11 SKUs. We just added a cherry cognac, so we've got 12 now.
Cherry cognac.
So we got blueberry cognac, peach, grape, pineapple, cocoa mint, strawberry, and a cherry.
Okay.
That are all cognac flavored. And then we have 4 4 different flavors that are just regular sticks, like a Maduro, a Scoro, a
Right.
Charity, and a Peace.
Okay.
And then these are all Dominican sticks. So I'm at this. My next move is to try to add some Nicaraguan sticks to my blend.
Okay.
So I'll probably have to make a trip to the Nicaragua, figure out who I can meet, who's pushing sticks there, and see if I can figure out.
What's business like down there, man? Because you know you hear stories, right? Like it's kind of like you got to pay this person, pay that person.
It really is relationships there, genuinely relationships.
Okay.
It's not. It's a handshake and an agreement.
Yeah. And
Right.
those go a long way
That's-
down there. That's business,
the
bro.
biggest thing.
That's
It's
it.
relationship.
Right.
But then if you screw one person, your name gets bad.
That's your reputation.
That's your reputation.
Yeah.
That's it.
So you got to figure out, my advantage is my wife is fluent in Spanish.
Right.
So
Yeah.
wherever I go, if I go down there, okay, let me talk to this person, whatever. The guy I'm working with is an American guy that's got me really good contacts in the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
But I do want to expand to some Nicaraguan tobacco sticks.
Okay.
So that probably will be my next
Next one.
Yeah.
What else, man? What else you thinking? What you
What-
gonna do? You gonna start your own
flavor?
liquor? Your own brandy? What is it? Come on, man. I could tell you got that hustle in you, man.
I got the hustle.
Hey, you know them wheels are turning, man.
No pun.
Wheels is turning, boy.
So I probably want to do another lounge. I want to do one probably out in the outskirts where there's no lounge, maybe in Raymore. I'm trying. That's my next lounge. I want to put one in Raymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down south.
So what happened with the whole deal? I mean, just them hurdles of having a lounge, a cigar lounge, right? Like you said. So you had to change your hours to 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And that's 6 days a week, right? So even you'll have to go, say you expand, whatever city that is, will that probably still have to be in play in that area
Well,
as
you
well?
learned along the way. I had to change because I didn't, just like anything else, I didn't do enough investigation on the front end. So
Right.
you learn by doing. So now wherever I go,
Check it out first.
I'll make sure.
Yeah.
What are the rules? Like in Raymore, I've already talked to the city developer, city planner, city council. So I know what I can do there.
Right. Yeah.
So I won't run into it. You just learn.
Yeah.
You learn by doing.
Yeah.
I jumped right in. I had no idea anything about tobacco
That
other than smoking it.
that hat. What does it say? Perdomo.
Yeah, Perdomo, yeah.
Okay. Is that from down there?
No, this is sales guy.
Sales guy?
Swag. Some guy.
Oh
trying to
man,
get
you
me
gotta
backstage.
get this logo on the hat, Will.
No,
Come
That's
on.
my next move.
Come on.
It's
You gotta
already,
start-
hey man, and I just met you, so I'm sure it's already in the
It's
works,
in the works.
man.
It's in the works.
works.
We've got. If you go to our website, you can get a swag page, and
Okay.
we've got T-shirts, cups. We don't have hats, but we have cups, T-shirts. Even I've got lowball glasses with my logo on them now.
Yeah.
Here now you can buy from here. So
Did you ever think like, I'm gonna own a business, I'm on the cigar spot, and eventually I'm gonna own a cigar with my face on it?
never.
Never.
That's just where it's going, man.
Just
Hey,
keep
and
going.
it ain't stopping. It ain't stopping, bro.
And you know
Come
what's
on.
crazy, right? Like, and I'm sure you've seen this from your side of the table, right? One thing I know we've noticed, D-Rod, is just the cigar. What do you want to call it? Like, it's like speakeasies, right? Like they blew up
Yeah.
in the last 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
Cigar lounges, boom.
Blew up. Yeah.
I mean, it just used to be outlaw
Right.
in Kansas City.
Right.
Now you got all kinds, man.
Yeah, and that I'm sure he's feeling it, right? Because
Oh, yeah.
just like anything else, I mean, there's only so many patrons, So you
Yeah.
gotta. That's why I did the coffee because
Yeah.
I knew when I started, you had Outlaw, you had Locator, you had Fidel's, you had Ash. So I had to do something different than what they were doing. That's why we do, high end coffee,
Right.
lattes, frappuccinos, whatever.
Yeah. So in your location right here on Burlington, you have night entertainment as well.
Yeah, we have live music.
Live
Most
music,
of them wasn't
man.
doing that.
Yeah, man.
So we did the live music. Even now if you look at the ones that have popped up after me,
Yeah.
they do live music.
Yeah.
You
Not
can't-
the same though.
Yeah, you can't hate what they're doing because
For
it's
sure.
just business. It's
Yeah.
just business.
That sounds familiar.
Man, you just got to figure out how to reposition yourself, try to keep yourself
Right.
fresh. One of the things that I'll be doing, which one of the reasons why I was so interested in doing this is a podcast. I want to do a weekly podcast. So I was really interested in how you set it up,
How
the
you set
sound,
it
blah blah
up.
blah.
Yeah.
So
Well, you won't be mobile. You be right here in your own spot. You'd be a lot easier.
I want to try to set it up where I can just just pull out a camera and boom.
Shoot the shit with somebody and just burn one and
or
talk,
either discuss a cigar or talk about what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Because I pastored for so long, part of my DNA is to talk about what God is teaching me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll do that, while I burn a stick.
Yeah. Did you when you was pastoring? So like I've been to a lot of churches. I grew up. My D-Rod knows this, man. My family, it was mandatory church 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you Catholic?
And no, I am now, but I wasn't growing up. I was like Pentecostal, right?
Okay.
And I guess where I was going with that is I remember going to some churches up there off of Prospect, and I swear, man, I was like, this is the coolest church I've ever been to because it was real small, it was real loud, and I remember the pastor started rapping, like after they sang some songs, they just kept the drums going, and he just started rapping, and I'm like, I ain't never seen this before. You ever do that?
No, I'm more of a conservative, fundamental guy. I like talking.
You like talking while the music's going?
No, just teaching. Just like
talking.
what we're doing.
Yeah, just like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just breaking that knowledge, man.
Right.
I get you. When did you realize, man, I'm gonna be a pastor?
Probably in my 20s.
Really?
23, 24 is probably when I...
Was there something that life-changing event, something that happened with you, man, that you want to share? If not, it's all good.
Yeah, no, I mean it was just more of a, obviously God is real.
Yeah.
And you look at back in the 80s, 85, drugs were bad.
Sure was crazy, man.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my partners got killed or in jail.
Yeah.
I had my best friend in the world got popped. He went to jail for murder, and so I wanted to be an influence, you know. And obviously, I think what people get confused about ministry is they think you can't live, like to have a cigar is against it, and it's not. And it's not that way. Some of the best preachers in the world, Charles Haddon Spurgeon, burns a stick, and some of my best friends that are pastors now that I won't mention their names, but they're all over the city. We'll get together.
Yeah.
In Kansas, my pastor now, I'll mention his name because he doesn't care. Tim Dunn, the pastor for Graceway. Yeah. He'll come down and burn a stick with me.
Yeah.
They just, I think sometimes we think when you get involved with God, you can't live, but it's the opposite. When you get involved with God, you should live more abundantly.
Right.
You should have a life more abundant. So it's just I think we've confused Christianity, and so I wanted to bring a message. And it's not the way it is. Obviously, there's things. There's rail guards, right, to keep you.
Absolutely.
But those rail guards are for safety, right? To keep you from making big mistakes. But no, I just think Western Christianity kind of screwed it up.
Yeah. We that's a whole other. That's your podcast, bro. I ain't gonna take away from that, bro.
We've kind of messed it up, but
believe me, if you ever want to have somebody talk about that on the podcast, I'll join you one day.
We kind of screwed that up.
Well, to touch on what you said about even having your pastor come down, right?
Yeah.
This whole burning thing that love cigars, I love stogies that do it, man. There's that connection, brother, right? There's that connection, the connection.
That's part of why you do it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The connection, the camaraderie, right? I mean, some of the best conversations I've had
around a stick.
Is with the stick, man, and it's something that you don't just want to get it and have. Like I find the ones that I have, right, Jail, is you gotta respect. To me, like, you got to respect the stogie. You got to respect it, man. You can't hurry up and rush it, man. You want to sit down, enjoy it, have a good conversation with some good people you love, and just, man, enjoy that time.
It's like this, right? Like, we like stogies. You can't smoke this and be stressed out like a cigarette.
No, it's a relaxation.
You got to relax.
It's a relaxation.
It's a relaxation.
Yeah.
Bring you down and, think, ponder. Now, obviously, there's a health value, but I always tell my wife, I'm not inhaling.
Yeah.
I'm taking it to the head and blowing up, but I'm still smelling. I said, well.
Yeah. My wife, she hates it.
I like relaxed.
Yeah, but I love it, too.
I could do worse things. But
oh, yeah, no doubt.
Hey,
no doubt.
We all grew up. Man.
You better relax. It could be much worse.
Yeah, all the way around. All the way around.
So let's get back to this spot, man. So we met you year ago about
Yeah.
at your smaller, the one over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
The smaller classic blends. Which, by the way, if you ain't been, y'all got to go check that spot out.
man.
And it's funny because I forgot why we went down there, D-Rod, but. Yeah, I called him. Hey, let's go meet at. We were out and about
We was
eating
out
or something,
about,
having some
and
drinks.
we just was driving.
And
I think
I was like, man, let's go burn a stogie. So we was up here, I think, at the brewery up here. Shout out the brewery right here. It's the military guy.
Was it the concrete
Yeah.
brewery? And then there's Call Sign.
Call sign. It's
sign.
call sign. We was up here, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, let's go burn a stogie and this and that. So we Googled and I'm like, man, what's around here, And
that popped up.
well, your spot popped up,
Yeah.
and it was on a Sunday
Yeah.
because football was on.
Yeah.
And here's what I will remember about that, D-Rod. I don't know if you do.
I do.
He walks in,
Yeah.
and the first thing out of his mouth, "Hey, where's the screwdriver at?"
I had to fix something.
You was zoom, 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 and I was
Yeah.
like, he must be the owner.
Yeah.
And I think we asked the
Yeah.
bartender, like, that the owner? He's like, yeah, that's the owner.
Yeah, you was in there for about 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then
You
you
want to fix
did.
something. That's another thing when you own a business. If
There's
it
always
breaks.
something, man.
You see me pulling down the TV
Yeah,
today.
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's always something.
People don't be thinking about that when they talk about owning a business, ain't
No,
it?
it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we
All
had
them-
that conversation with David Lopez and Manny's. He's like, man, I'd be the dude fixing the toilet,
It's all those unexpected, man. Expenses that pop off. That
Yeah, but you could pay somebody to do it, or you can figure out how to get up there and do it yourself.
Just get in there.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it's about.
Ain't gonna be the last time it happens, probably.
No.
Well, that way you'll know what to do next time. I mean, here or the other spot or whatever, at home, whatever it is, man.
So you have events here, right? I know you talked about the live music and everything, but I saw on your website or maybe social media somewhere, you actually have like some of these bigger name cigar guys come and they do pop ups or
Yeah,
whatever. Talk
yeah.
about that.
Well, this weekend we have Saturday at a smaller location, 201 East 21st Avenue. We have Gurkha coming out.
Okay.
And so we'll do they're coming out at between 4 and 8. We're going to be introducing new sticks with Gurkha.
Okay.
And then last week we had Badass. Last month we try to do a cigar event every month,
Okay.
just to try to create
Yeah,
some traffic.
Yeah.
Plus, most people, when they know an event is coming out, they'll come out. So you got to figure out ways to get people out to your lounge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it interesting. Right?
What is that? How does that work though, man? Because I've always kind of wondered that. Will, like, whenever is an event and here comes another company coming in, right? And they're in the business of selling cigars. So do you got to have a certain traffic for them to get some attention, or what does that look like?
You have a minimum purchase.
Minimum.
A minimum purchase to get them out. Like for, the smaller vendors, obviously you don't have to purchase as much. Maybe you spend $1,700 and get a guy out. Somebody like Gurkha, you're going to spend a couple grand.
Couple grand.
But that's fine. I mean, because one, you got to carry the cigars anyway.
Right.
Right. And then you get them out, have their cigars out, have them introduce your cigars, and it's like an open house. No one is. It's not it's an open window, like from 4 to 8.
Right.
So guys just kind of come in and out, try the new stick, and then they either bounce or hang out for a while, smoke a stick, or leave.
Right.
So it's just another way to create. It's another repositioning. Like that thing. It's not new, but but obviously it's new to me.
Yeah.
Right. So you just get guys out to have a stick, and check out your spot. Like, oh damn, you got lockers here. You got this here. Oh, you got you're the owner, you're the cool guy. Whatever it takes to get people to try your. Create environments so that they
come into your space.
Come to your space,
right?
Try out your stick, because everybody is trying to get business. Whether it's at a Call Sign Brewery or whether it's at a Phoenix Lounge where there's no smoking but singing. Whatever your business is, you're just trying to figure out a way to get people in the door and try to. I call it widening your net. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you just don't want a black audience. You don't want a white audience. You just want a cigar connoisseur. You're just trying to grab that net, bring anybody that smokes.
The Phoenix, man. Damn, that's a blast from the past, brother. I ain't been in there.
Green Lady Lounge.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's they don't smoke there, but they got live music, open, a nice bar.
Yeah.
Good quiet environment or whatever, soft music, whatever it takes to get people out. To sit
man.
down.
You know what I miss?
Right.
Cigar box.
Cigar box. Yeah.
Number one, rest in peace, Al. Man, I love that dude.
Yeah.
But cigar box, man. We used to go in there. We used to smoke cigars.
That's when it was
in
good,
there.
man.
And like you get music, you out there singing right like that. So you kind of had that environment though, a little bit going on, right?
You could come here Friday night, Saturday night, get live music. During the week, you can watch football, whatever. Like I'm closed on Mondays because you know I have to have a day off. So I close. This one closes Sunday and Monday. The other lounge is just closed on Sundays.
Okay.
So, but
so back to that other one on 21st Street. I think when we first met you a year ago or so, they said that it's also a 24-hour if you're a member.
Right. So you got people, you could buy a locker there and you can get in there with a key card, get in there anytime you want.
Yeah.
That's another revenue stream you try to create to make the business
So
work.
what does that look like for people who might be interested?
So if you want to come in and say you like the environment, you say, I want a 24-hour access, so you get a locker that you can keep your cigars in, you can keep your booze in. And after hours, at night, you want to come up, say you want to get out of the house and smoke a stick, you come up here and pull out your booze, pull out your cigar, bring in a couple of buddies and sit there just like what we're doing, chop it up.
Chop it up?
Yeah.
And man, I mean, as a business owner, right, like, number one, a lot of places do that. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, if I had a business, would I let people come in without me being there? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a lot of trust, right?
Part of it is that cigar culture is mostly guys that are older, or guys that are on a whole different level.
Back to the maturity level.
It's a maturity level. So those guys that are coming in there and they're spending, say, $125 a month, if they got that kind of money to burn just to have a place to go smoke, they understand business, right? And it's a risk, but it's a risk worth taking, right? And most of those guys just want some place to go hang out.
They want to get away from people mostly.
Want to get away. So they're not bringing in a bunch of riffraff.
Right.
Most of the guys are older. If they're not older, they're mature. But the average age of a cigar box owner that owns a 24-hour access is probably anywhere from 40 to 50 years old. So there's a lot of those guys. I do have some young cats in there, but the younger cats that I have in there are entrepreneurs.
Right.
Got their own business. And I got a guy in particular I'm thinking of is Sean Crawford. Young guy, good dude, but he runs his own business.
Right.
Another guy named Brent Darden, young guy, probably 25, 26 years old, but he runs his own business.
So if they paying $125 a month to
they're
do
not
that,
tearing it up.
They're not tearing it up, but
it's a respectful thing.
Yeah. And they can have their own booze in there. They're not drinking anything crazy. Just something to go with. Cigar.
Sip with a cigar. That's how you drink anyway. That's how you should be drinking.
Yeah.
Especially if it's this. You don't want to throw that back. You want to just.
You ever had to come back because you like, oh, somebody's screwing up, man? No.
Not in 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great, man.
That
right there just go back to the whole thing we're talking about, man. The respect, the conversations, man, the love for it, man. How it is with matureness, man, like you said, man.
So you thinking about Raymore?
Right.
You said that earlier. You already got a spot?
I have got a spot, but it's not going to cash flow right. So now I'm just kind of waiting. I got another spot that I'm looking at that
in Liberty,
in Raymore, right? In Raymore. So that's probably where I'm going to go because Raymore, I've already kind of done the work in the front end. So now I'm just waiting for the right opportunity.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't even know if I should tell you right here because there might be people listening. But Northeast Johnson County, I'm telling you,
Northeast
that
Johnson
place
County
is begging for a cigar lounge.
So look, what you talking about?
Mission, Roland Park,
Merriam.
begging for a cigar lounge.
I actually looked at one in Merriam.
I'm telling you, man. Like, if you put one there, I'll be your $125 a month. I'll be like, yeah, this is close enough now. It's not far from me here, but it's on the other side of the state line. I'm in Kansas.
Right, you want to be close to the house.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, but need to check out Northeast Johnson County, man. Seriously.
It's funny.
What I want to ask you too. Okay, so since you created your own and got your own sticks here going, did you have a go-to before?
I did. My go-to before this, now obviously I still don't, obviously I smoke my own sticks, but my real go-to is that Liga 9.
Okay.
Liga Provider. I love that stick. It's a strong stick.
Yeah.
but it's always consistent. And then I like an Oliva V, Melania. That's a good. So those probably, if I'll vacillate between those two. Oliva and that Liga 9.
Yeah, I haven't had Oliva in a while, man. My go-to, man, that I got introduced to was a Jaime Garcia's, man.
Oh, okay.
Because my father, the judge, man.
I carry those.
Yeah.
Those
are my go-to.
That's
man.
a good stick.
Yeah. Well, I haven't had a bad one.
Always consistent.
The same, and kind of the same way I felt about Fuente, man. Through the Fuentes, like I've had almost every one of their sticks they had, and it was always consistent, man. Like that before I got introduced to the Jaime Garcias, man, it was always Fuente for me, man.
Fuentes, the judge, my father, Jaime Garcia. But see, again, that's a good, and they started the same way these are starting.
Well,
get your own brand, but if you don't know the background of them, I'm telling you, it's just branding.
Just branding.
Just branding, man.
It really is. If you can find a good roller, somebody that's consistent. There's a guy in Dominican I really want to hook up with that I've tried his sticks, and they're always really good.
Yeah.
But I have to figure out how to connect that guy, because I got another friend who buys from him, but they're not labeled Naked Stick.
Yeah.
But the pricing is crazy. Once you figure out, oh shit, you can get this for this amount, put the XX tax on this, put a retail, the margins are great.
Yeah.
But again, it's just slow money.
Right.
But it's consistent, but it's slow money.
Right.
So if you get into it, that's what these guys are going to figure out that are popping up these cigar lounges. They think, oh, I'm gonna make all this money.
Nah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Nah.
Well, just the whole evolution, man. The whole evolution of the cigars, right? That as we know, as we're burning now, right? Like and I thought about this too. The first third is not like the last third of the cigar, man. It changes, and it's the burn, right? You get more of the flavor, you get all that going on, and God, I haven't smoked a Churchill in forever,
Man.
And but I mean, that would be, to me, when I did, I knew that it was a cooler burn because it was so long, man.
And you think you'll burn right through it, but the way it's rolled, it's a slow burn. Like this was a Churchill. Did you smoking that Charity? Yeah, that's what you're smoking. Yeah, that's a Charity. That's built like a Churchill size. That thing burns forever. And
that's why it ain't going nowhere, D. Right?
It's got a nice flavor.
Yeah.
See,
I was down in, not to cut you off, Will. When I was down in Florida, man, and there's a spot we go to down there every vacation. I take my family down there, man, and we go down to the cigar spot. And there was this old head down there, retired guy from New York, and old guy, man, and he was like, I've been down here already for 5 hours, and I'm on my same stick. He said, I got a 10-hour stick.
Damn.
And that dude was like, bro, it was as long. I mean, I was like, damn.
What's the longest cigar you smoked?
Probably Churchill.
Yeah.
I don't smoke them too long because
got shit to do.
Yeah, I got shit to do. But they got them like that. Asylum is probably a stick that long.
Yeah, man.
It's a 70 gauge. A Churchill is about as big as I'll go.
Right.
You know what I struggle with? I ain't gonna lie. Like, I struggle with smoking a cigar, let's say halfway down, and then I'm like, shit, I gotta go do something, and then coming back and sparking it back up.
Yeah.
It don't taste the same.
No. Right. It never will.
I hate that.
Yeah. You might as well just
start over.
Yeah. Throw it away.
Start over.
Yeah.
So Will, for those people that don't know, right, our audience, man, there's people that are smokers, man. I know a lot of my friends, man, we all burn together too. Same thing, we talked about camaraderie and conversations, man. But those people that don't know, there's been guys who always like keep the ash till as long as it can go.
Yeah.
Explain that.
Part of it is when you keep the ash, it maintains the flavor.
Right.
Okay.
And plus, if you keep the ash, then you know it's a quality road stick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Keeps together.
So like this one, you really could keep the ash on it if you wanted to, but you really gotta baby the stick.
Right.
But that's why they do it, because it maintains the flavor.
Yeah, I've had one before, man. That ash was damn near.
Halfway
it was
down.
damn near the whole stick, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't dumping it. It ain't going nowhere. I'm still right there. I'm just a little cautious with it.
I'd be afraid it's gonna ash on my shirt. I'm like, man, let me ash this real quick.
It ash on my Yeezys once, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Damn.
I would have been pissed.
Man, no doubt.
Out the gate. All right, we talked about cigars, man. Let's talk about the coffee.
Okay.
What coffee you got here?
The coffee we carry, anything you can get from a Starbucks, you'll get from here. Except it's not. It's gonna come from. It's not from an espresso machine where it pulls it from you. We're gonna hand pull it for you. We're gonna grind it. Take a grinder, tamp it for you. It's gonna be just like an old-fashioned coffee shop. So, like if you want an Americano or a latte or an espresso shot. So the coffee here is it's good coffee.
Yeah.
We buy our beans from Broadway Coffee, so it's a good bean.
Okay.
And if you come here and you buy a coffee, you'll know right away. If you're a coffee connoisseur, you're like, this is good coffee.
Right.
So, but because it's the bean, where you buying the bean, just like anything else, you gotta, you kind of explore and find a good flavor.
Yeah.
Like for example, if I'm smoking in the morning, I don't want to get too strong, so I'll just take a regular black cup of coffee and smoke a Connecticut wrap stick.
Okay.
Flavor stick. I got a flavor in there that I like going to in the morning. It's a Monarch morning. It's a really light stick.
Yeah.
But you smoke that with a cup of coffee. It's a short stick, and you start your day.
Yeah.
Just like anything else,
man.
whatever.
Pear's good.
Yeah, it pairs well.
Yeah.
So Broadway Coffee, you always got their coffee?
Mm-hmm.
They local? Mm-hmm. Okay. Where they at? I never heard about
Westport
it.
Road.
Westport? Okay.
Do they roast their
Roast
beans
their
and
own
everything there, and then bring it to you?
The guy that owns that shop graduated from Paseo High School.
Yeah. Paseo?
Mm-hmm.
So I asked you that because I got to give a shout out to Dulcinea Herrera, man. Café Corazon. I don't know if you heard of them. Little coffee business, man. They got 2 spots. She actually announced she's getting ready to have a 3rd one.
Oh, yeah.
Their local business, Latin, indigenous owned.
Mm-hmm.
Great coffee.
Well, check them out.
Well.
And they sell their own. They sell their
Their
own
own
beans,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
They
And I'm telling you,
roast
man,
it in house as well.
They're hey,
They're pretty good, man.
Legit.
They're real good.
Gotta check 'em
I
out.
travel from, and I live out north, man. I live up here in Liberty, and I'll go down there for that coffee.
For the coffee.
Yeah, it's dope.
Once people figure out like things taste well, whatever, you go
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Then if you know you're going to get good service, good quality
Right.
product,
Yeah.
and that's what we're all trying to get a good quality product
Consistent, man.
at a reasonable price.
For sure, man.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I ain't never had coffee with a cigar, so we talking a little bit of foreign language for me.
Yeah.
Oh, you
But
gotta try it.
but
I'm
I'm
about
matter of
to.
fact, I'm gonna come here
You
and
gotta
try it.
Oh yeah, gotta try it.
I'm gonna come here and try
It's
it.
a must.
D-Rod. We got to
Yeah.
come here like on the brunch
Man,
morning weekend.
Say less,
I open
man.
at
I'm
7
down.
a.m.
Hey, I'm for real. I'm like, Will, we coming to your spot, bro. We need a
get
cup
your
of coffee. We need a stick, man. What's your favorite? Your best blend of coffee and stuff?
In the morning,
stick?
I just do a black coffee with a Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah, I don't do anything too strong in the morning.
Okay. What about a drink?
You could try like a vanilla latte.
Okay.
Something sweet to pair with that. I don't do any sweet. I don't do a sweet cigar. It's just
Yeah.
not who I am.
Yeah.
But some people will do a sweet cigar with a black coffee. I do a black coffee with a light cigar.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked about all them flavors. Sorry, D-Rod.
Yeah.
You talked about all them flavors with your cigars, though. Like, was that intentional? You wanted flavor? Yeah.
Yeah, because again, if you're trying to get in the market, and I knew part of the cigar lounges move those sweet sticks. So if I'm selling them nationally, like I told you before, I got
Yeah.
coffee. I've got lounges all over the country carrying my sticks.
Right.
I get in there with the sweet, and then I come back in and say, okay, and I also carry
Hit
this.
them with the regular.
Right. I carry this Maduro. If you
Yeah.
like that sweet, why don't you try this? I just hooked up with a guy out of Little Rock
Okay.
that are carrying my sticks now. Got a guy in Florida carrying my sticks. So,
Where at in Florida?
Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, okay.
Empire. Shout out to Empire.
Shout out Empire.
Yeah.
Nice, man. So you've traveled to these places, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Did you just bump into them or what?
It's just
When track
knocking
them
doors.
down?
Knocking
Yeah.
doors.
Knocking doors. You got to call. I just got back from Florida, maybe a couple months ago, actually. I took a trip to Fort Lauderdale purposely just to
See what's out there.
sell, and take a bunch of cigars with you. Hey, here's a stick. Try the stick, and then you follow up. It sells. We always selling ourselves,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just selling what I do.
You need a sales guy?
Right.
I mean, just travel and go smoke cigars.
Travis said it's a
Shit,
good
let's
gig.
go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
It's a good
man.
gig. It's a grind.
It is.
It's a grind
Yeah.
because you don't make money until they start buying your sticks.
Right.
But you got to think. Say you got 400, 500 clients nationwide buying two or three bundles a month.
Right.
You know, bundle. You know, you make $40 or $50 a bundle. Just do the math. 300
No, I
times
get
40.
it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, $12,000 a month.
Yeah.
You know, we yeah. You know, we talked
We
about
need to do an Interrupt KC cigar is what I'm hearing.
a rap. We need to put a
we need to do a rap on
band on there.
Yeah.
Man. Put a band on.
What
there.
would that look like? So if we, you know, say, hey, Will, we want to do
A proper label.
a label with the, you know, cigar. So where we got to go? What does that look like? Where are you sending us?
I do private labels myself. So if you come to me and say, I want to do my own private label, you can come to me and say, okay, I'll get you some blends. You know, I'll give you a starter fee, maybe $700-800 because I gotta, bring sticks back and forth.
Yeah.
So you can relatively, and then you need to buy a minimum of 400 sticks. You need to have a place to store them because you buy 400 sticks, they'll go bad if they're not in the humidor. So you got to have somewhere to store them.
Right.
So you want to make sure you have that, and then just go to work.
Go to work.
Yeah.
Be knocking on them doors.
What you selling these sticks for? Like the one you smoking, what's that go for?
This is $16.
16?
Yeah.
Is that about the going rate for?
Yeah, I mean anywhere from 12 to 15.
12 to 15 with your.
Yeah. Now you can get a $7-8 cigar.
Yeah.
Or you can buy a $5 cigar.
Right.
But you're gonna know it's a $5 cigar.
Oh yeah.
Right.
If
Might as well you hit a black and mild.
Yeah. If you're smoking a $5 cigar and you smoke a $12 cigar, you're gonna
There's a
notice it.
significant difference.
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh yeah, you're gonna notice the
And
difference.
that's the deal when you see people smoking or people that make the screw face about it like a cigar, but when they smell that tobacco, that aroma, man, of a good premium tobacco, man, that's a whole different ball game, man.
Yeah, they'll know it. I mean, if a guy is smoking on a regular basis and he's tasting it, he's gonna know. He's gonna know cheap tobacco.
Right.
He's gonna know right.
Let me ask you this, man. Just because I think we talked about it briefly before we got started, the most expensive cigar that you paid for?
Yeah, most expensive cigar. I bought a Zeno for $100.
For a single stick?
$400?
$100.
$100.
But you
for a
can buy
stick.
You can buy a cigar for you can buy a $400 stick.
Yeah.
$300 stick. But to me, the taste between a $300 and a $70 cigar is just not that
Not that
significant.
much, yeah.
But if you smoke a $70 cigar, like I've got some in my lounge that at Z, I've got a Z cigar that I'm selling it for $60.
Mm-hmm.
But if you smoke that Z and you smoke, say, a Cohiba Black,
Right.
you're gonna know.
Yeah.
You're gonna know. That's not that much different. But if
Right.
you go for that Cohiba and you smoke a Quorum, which is a $4 stick, you're gonna know. This is really different.
Yeah.
You'll know.
What you think Jay-Z's burning back there in that picture behind you, man? And because
right
you got these. I mean, they're the famous people, man. Arnold's right there. MJ, man.
You
come
know
on.
what Michael Jordan smokes? He smokes a Paragus, and that Paragus is a $18 stick. It's actually a $12 to $15 stick.
Yeah.
But it's a good stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long should I smoke this? Like how long you smoke? Because I feel like right now, like I'm pinching it a little bit.
Yeah. Once you start pinching it, you can
Toss it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel
I
like
smoke mine like it's a doobie.
people gonna start watching this episode. Like,
I smoke
man,
it
what
down.
is he smoking on?
That's what JL's doing. He's hitting it like a dude.
I take it down to it's a doobie.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that out there because
What'd you think of that? You had a Maduro. What'd you think?
Oh, is it, man? Come on.
It's a good stick.
Shit.
Oh, it's a damn good
And
stick.
I gotta be honest though, that last third, fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
That Maduro is a good stick. Now I sell a lot of those, but a lot of people come in because they're not familiar with it, and they'll buy an Arturo Fuente. They'll buy a Oliva. We call them the legacy blends. That's something that everybody knows. But if they start trying different blends, and that's what I have to do to differentiate myself from an outlaw. He's got all the legacy blends, but he didn't have anything boutique. Like you can only buy this CBC, Classic Blend Cigars, at Classic Blends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to figure, and I've got to, I carry, some Crown Heads. I carry, Traficantes, which are boutique brands that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I seen people at your spot actually, but I've seen it in some other places where they actually have like a pin or something.
Yeah, the little pin
that goes into the end.
Yeah,
and they just keep hitting that thing. I'm like, man, those are some real stogie guys right there.
Oh yeah.
That must have been a $70 cigar.
Oh yeah. Well, it depends on the guy.
Right.
Some guys like, man, they're not wasting anything, you know.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to my boy Carlos Ramirez, man, because
Shout out Los,
he turned me on to the Drew Estates Tabac, the Café con Leche, man.
I carry that actually.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
The Café con Leche.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, I'm about to snatch some up for him.
You
man.
know your stogies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man.
How long it take you? How long it take you to do all that? Like learn.
It's such a big industry.
Yeah.
You're learning every day.
Every day.
I mean, 4 years, there's still stuff I'm learning. But, once you get into it and you figure out, different blends, where to get them from, who's carrying what, it doesn't, it's just like anything else, if you're involved in it, you'll learn who likes what, pricing, what's got great margins on them.
Yeah.
Because ultimately I'm in it to make money.
Absolutely.
I'm not in it for... It's not a hobby.
It's not fun. Yeah. Not for just fun.
It's not for just fun. I'm doing it to make a living.
Yeah.
Man, so, I brought that up because those Café con Leches are hard to find.
Right. Yeah.
I got them only once, and that was online.
Where are they from?
It's Drew Estate Stick.
Drew Estate is from Nicaragua. Nicaragua, man.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
wow.
man. Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
And again, those are one of the sweeter ones, man.
Yeah.
That I can see that particular stogie with a good coffee, man. That pairing with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's different even with tequila, right? It's different with bourbon, with whiskey. You got to have the more robust ones, or even wine.
Yeah.
Right? The mild.
We carry wine here, so the ladies will drink that red wine, and they'll have a Drew Estate. We got that Fat Bottom Betty.
Mm-hmm.
If you heard of that, they'll drink. They'll. I can't keep those. Matter of fact, that boxes I brought in was those Drew Estates.
Yeah,
for real.
I'm about to sign some of them.
Hey, so you mentioned females. I gotta ask you about this. I've been to a lot of cigar lounges over the years, just like I said, intentionally traveling, right? Mm-hmm. New York City, Memphis, everywhere, Nashville. One thing I notice is when it is a black-owned business, there's 50% females in there and 50% men.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That is not common when I go to different lounges. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And so, man, talk about that a little bit.
I think some of it is the women are more, certainly black women are professionals.
Okay.
A lot of them are more educated.
Okay.
Most of them are degreed, sophisticated. So they got their own money to spend,
right?
So they'll come in and if they're single, and they'll come in looking for a guy, or they may meet a guy. I've had just in the 2 or 3 years that I've been here, I've gotten people that have come in here, met each other, and gotten married. In fact, I had a wedding here.
No way.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Did you pastor it?
I didn't perform.
Oh,
it.
okay.
Didn't perform it, but I've had two couples in particular that have met here and gotten married.
Wow.
So you got people that'll date, and you got people that pick up on each other, however they move, and I don't.
Right.
We all grown, we all adults, so how they move. So that's what a lot of it. But a lot of women, black women in particular, are just professional,
right,
educated women, and mature. So that this is where they hang out. So I get I have a Wednesday night ladies' night, where I bring in a DJ, and you get a lot of single women who come in there by themselves.
And they're burning.
And they'll burn. They'll have a stick, have a mimosa, listen to some music. And, yeah.
I was wondering about that, man, because that's how it is, man. I swear, man. Especially when I go down south.
Yeah.
For sure.
If I go into a lounge, I'm like,
it's a lot of women.
Yeah,
we went to in Memphis, man. That cigar lounge we went to in Memphis, right there on Bill Street. It's right off of Bill Street.
Havana.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
yeah, man.
right next to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, I know.
We go in there, man, and the last 3-4 years we go in there, and it's my wife and my kids already know when we're going down there, Dad's gonna veer off, and we're gonna I'm gonna go over there. But it's a full house music playing. And half, 50 men, 50 women, man, just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to what you're saying, right? I mean, that's what's up.
So how long you been in business?
4 years.
4 years, D.
3 years.
3 years. Going on 4 D-Rod. You know what that is, man.
I know exactly what that is.
Well, that's a salute, man. Salute to you, man. Salute, cheers, man.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Got to give you some love for that, man.
No doubt. You just earned a couple patrons right here, no doubt.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. All right, so you talked about what's next, man, for you. Your music and everything. What is the vibe? Like, what is the experience you giving people when they come in here?
Well, when we first started, it was shoulder to shoulder. But as over the last year, a few cigar lounges have popped up. So our crowd has dwindled to a bit, but it's still a pretty good vibe. Guys will come in, listen, and ladies come in, listen to music. We have a food truck that I own, a trailer that I own. So we'll have a food trailer outside because you can't have food inside a cigar lounge. But we will provide food, so people come in, grab their food, and listen to music. I have sports on the television. They'll listen to television.
Yeah.
What is it? Different genres, or what are you playing? What's
mostly R&B, little
some
jazz,
blues.
some blues.
Yeah, man.
Most Kansas City is talented for music.
Man.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna have a hard time finding music.
Yeah.
So you just bring guys in, let them, give them a platform to introduce their music, right? And then they'll come in and just do what they do. And it's we close by 1. So before anybody have a chance to get into trouble, most of the older cats are leaving by 12:30.
Yeah.
And it's just a good
vibe, man.
Relaxed vibe.
Good mature vibe.
Turn the lights down, turn the stage lights on, and just let them vibe out. Yeah.
Yeah, we all burned a different stogie of yours here.
Yeah.
Is there a most popular one, or which one sells the most? Like if somebody comes in, right?
That pineapple cognac.
I
can't keep them.
Really?
I can't keep them on
Well,
the
that
shelf.
pineapple, man. I mean, it's just that right there.
Good flavor.
Yeah.
Pineapple, peach, and grape, but they really like that pineapple.
Yeah. So, hey, any of y'all come down here? He said he can't keep them on the shelf, man.
Let's go.
Lucky to grab one. Yeah, man. You also got a blueberry.
Got a blueberry. That blueberry sells well. All of them sell well, honestly.
Yeah.
Most of my flavors sell well. They're good sticks, burn well. That cocoa mint you tasted was a good stick.
Nick is like, Nick was looking forward to this. Like, we were, and he was like, I can't wait to go down there because he was.
What'd you think of? A good stick?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
I mean, just those alone. I mean, I burned one, and it's rare for me to want to burn 2. You know what I mean? I mean, for the most time, like I said, I mean, it's always a sitting and people you're with and all that. But I can see myself burning back to back.
Oh yeah,
like,
they
man.
go here like on Tuesday nights. We do a men's group here, and you'll have about 20, 25 guys. They'll come out and we'll sit and chat, talk. And they'll burn a stick. Like, some cigar lounges do poker night and that type of thing. I don't do that, but we will do a men's night, and those guys come out, burn a stick, and we'll
just shoot the
do
shit,
life
man.
together.
Man.
Shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit.
Man.
Yeah. You was hitting on the pastor and stuff. So that you say you do a men's group that ain't never left you.
It's part of my DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have some of that growing up?
Yeah, my dad was a pastor. My stepfather was a pastor.
Okay.
So that's part of it. And then, at the end of the day, man, this world is so wicked. I don't know how you roll in life without including God in your life.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
I don't know how, but that's personal.
Yeah.
For me,
well, without getting too crazy, right? Without getting too crazy into it, especially this time, man, of life, man. Everybody gotta have it, man. Gotta have God, man.
You gotta have it.
Keep you level, straight.
Keep you in between the
grounded, man.
Keep you grounded.
Keep you grounded.
I love that.
Man.
What's your favorite Bible verse?
God.
Come on. I know it's in there.
God, I got so many. Philippians 4:19, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Amen. Well, you already know it.
Yeah. I told you, man. Hey, man. My upbringing.
What can I do? What can I not do?
Yeah.
If it's something he wants me to.
Right.
Shout out to your podcast. I just see it doing big things.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah,
sure.
we trying, man. Just like you.
You got to start.
We want to be like you, man. We like traveling to Dominican, doing episode. Like, what's up?
Yeah, we gonna get that. We get that label.
We trying to get there, Will. We trying to get there. I love it, man. I love, first of all, man, just you as a person, man. Just talking to us, man. This is just excellent, man. And I could tell, like, if you were that way as an owner, that's what you're gonna have here in your business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just relaxed, chill mode. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to make money.
Right.
But I'm here to have a good time with everybody.
Well, like people surround themselves with like people, man.
sure.
You know.
For sure. Absolutely.
So we saw you. I saw you. I bumped into you at Los Alamos.
Yeah.
You a regular?
Well, that's kind of our spot after church on Sunday.
Is it really?
And then that owner there is a cool brother.
Man.
I don't even know his
Shout
name.
out Augustine.
Augustine.
Augustine, my daughter loves him. So after church on Sunday, that's our spot.
Yeah.
The only reason I wasn't there this Sunday is because I was out of town. But generally after church, that's where we go.
Yeah, shout out Augustine.
For real.
What you eating there?
For real, I like that big ass burrito.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally what it's called.
Yeah, big ass burrito.
Big ass burrito. You
Yeah.
got the beans, the cheese, it got everything in it.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll throw back some. He gives me a dark beer.
Modelo or something?
Is that
No?
It's brown. It's in a brown bottle.
Pacifico.
Whatever
Pacifico.
it is, he knows
Pacifico's
what I
in the
want,
brown
so
bottle.
It's a Mexican beer.
Yeah, whatever it is, that's what he
Yeah.
gives me.
Okay. I love
He's
that.
so cool because he I don't know, he remembers everything.
Oh, he does.
yeah.
Right. So he's almost, hey man, and he just starts opening the bottle.
Yeah.
There it is.
You want this.
Yeah, you want this? He takes care of my daughter and then that Palomon or whatever that thing is. I think it's
Paloma.
Paloma. The
Yeah.
order of Paloma.
Yeah.
Paloma.
Well, he specialized. That's what he said to get down with his palomas.
Palomas. Yeah,
man.
she'll buy my wife and my daughter buy one. I'll get my beer. We'll sit down and have tacos and go home and relax.
Yeah. So, I mean, you talked about your own time, your private time. That was what you started off
Yeah.
with, enjoying the stogie.
Yeah.
What do you do now, man?
Obviously I'm not pastoring, so run the business and trying to make sure that it stays cutting edge.
Yeah.
So I focus on that, and then trying to keep a balance. Because when you own a business, it can consume you. I was
Right.
literally just thinking about that this morning.
Really?
It really
Yeah,
can
man.
consume you. So you don't want it to consume you because you burn out.
Yeah.
So you try to keep a balance.
Like, what do you mean consume you?
Like that's all you think about.
That's all you think about?
Yeah.
What all you think about? It's all you have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta take that. You gotta have that. You gotta have that
a
break.
balance.
You gotta have
This
that
is a
break.
balance. Like, because normally, if you guys wasn't here, I probably would be screwing with that TV, trying to
Yeah.
get it going or whatever.
Ready for tomorrow.
Getting ready for tomorrow. But you got to figure out ways to take a break,
Yeah.
to keep a balance, and that's the
Did
hard
you
part.
did you find it hard, man? Like being a black business owner, did you find that hard at all, or you found it like people was like, "Nah, this is dope. What you trying to do?"
No,
here?"
it's hard. It's hard because a lot of people assume you hustling, right? And then again, a black-owned business. A lot of times, sometimes you just throw things together and you think people will patronize you because you're black. So you want to put together a quality product.
Right.
You want it to be clean,
Right.
bathrooms clean, nice. And then people complain about pricing. Well, you're too high, but they don't understand. If you go to Phoenix or you go somewhere else, you're gonna pay $12 for that shot or $14 for that shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're trying to make sure that people aren't taking advantage of you,
Right.
right? And then people assume because you're black, you're just their friend. So I can come in and man, give me 10% off of that. No, I mean I'm in business. You want me to stay in business for another
Right,
year?
right,
Pay the
right.
price. There's a reason why that price is on there.
Right.
That price,
Right.
It's because I can cash flow that way.
Right.
So you just it's a balance. It's a balancing act, trying to make sure that you are giving people good business and also letting them know that I am in business to make money.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't have these doors open. So you got to make sure that people understand. No, I'm not giving you. If I give everybody to walk in a discount because of that purchase, I'm not going to be here in a year.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what most people need to learn to respect that, man, because it comes from the struggle. It comes from your outlook and what you want to create, your creation that you have here, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, not to talk any trash on whoever does that, but it is kind of like some trash talking, man. You can't be coming into a place really and be expecting that, man,
No.
because you got that's a support. That's a support system, man, that you need. Like, hey, come on down here. You get quality service, quality, premium, everything. So, hey, support
come in
that,
and have
man.
a good time and whatever. But I mean, but that's just. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure you might have experienced that. People think just because you're Hispanic, they can, they can, get one on you. But no, I'm doing this.
Now, you know what we ran into? I'll tell you flat out. D-Rod knows this. So, out the gate, right? Like, it's a podcast. We don't know what we're doing. This whole thing you see right now, like your 30-second episode, man, it's evolved, and we learned, right? But right out the gate, we just like, okay, we need to try. We just need to try this on people. Let's talk to people we know real well, family members, close friends, associates, right? Let's start having a conversation, right? And even the level of conversation we're having with you, I think back, and I'm sure D-Rod does, to those first, let's say, 5-7 episodes, and think, man, I wish we would have had that much level of conversation with them. It was probably too much scripted. And so now though, people. But I remember probably, and I shared this with D-Rod, like 10th episode, people was like, "Oh man, y'all people, places, and things, Hispanic KC. That's all you got is Hispanic people." And it's like, well, what you don't understand is that we are gonna grow. But you got to start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? To your point, you got to put out a quality product. We here having a quality conversation with a quality individual about his quality business. You know what I'm saying?
And what it took to get there and everything else. Man.
So this has evolved over time.
For sure.
You know?
And you're going to make some mistakes along the way.
Oh, my God. You see us looking at these cameras stressed out because that's the biggest one. Like, why this damn camera stop recording? You know? I hate that shit.
Or the sound go out. I mean, it's always, like you said, behind the scenes. The TV is, mess up. Hey, sometimes it goes wrong, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, man.
So, biggest advice you have for people who want to start up any business?
Consistency.
You
got to do the same thing every day. Got to be consistent.
Is it important to be present?
You got to be present, obviously. You got to be present, but the biggest, the hardest quality for any business is to be consistent. Make sure you're doing the same thing every day. Even if you're in, the stores have got to be clean. You got to make the phone calls. You got to make sure that your inventory is full. You got to make sure that you are not pulling money out, but that you got something else going on so that you can keep putting money into investing into your business,
right?
And then put money aside so that you're getting paid from it, even if it's $100 a week. Put some money aside so that you can look back. You do $100 a week in a year, you got $12,000 sitting aside. That you've set aside. So you put money. It just, if it's a good thing, doing that good thing consistently, whatever that is.
Okay. I love that, man.
Yeah, man. Well said, man. Well said.
I was gonna ask you, man. We drinking this little tequila right here. What's your favorite tequila?
I like that Addictivo. If I'm gonna drink a tequila, I'm a whiskey bourbon dude. But,
okay.
But if I'm gonna drink a tequila, I like the Addictivo.
Reposado,
like a brown.
Yeah.
A brown.
The dark one.
And then, but my favorite whiskey is Uncle Near's 1884. Uncle Near's.
Okay.
So,
where's that from?
It's out of Tennessee, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's out of Tennessee.
You mess with the Rieger or anything like that? J. Rieger whiskey?
I don't. I've tasted it, but that 84 is hard to beat.
Is it?
Yeah.
For me.
That monogram at J. Rieger is fire.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Man, you need to hire our boy Ryan, man, for real.
Man.
Ryan is the dude, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I've been drinking this Restless Spirits up north. Have you heard of Restless Spirits?
Yeah.
They've got a malt scotch that's really good that I've been kind of digging.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, look, man, love this conversation. Love what you're doing here in North Kansas City. I can't wait to see the Raytown. What you
Raymore.
do there. Raymore, my bad. You said Raytown earlier. Got me going. Raymore.
Yeah.
I know some people in Raymore, man. I'm gonna tell them about you. I'm like, hey, know a dude down there. He gonna do something nice down there.
Yeah.
Love that, man. We're gonna switch this up a little bit though, Will. So what we do, man, is we're Interrupt KC, people, places, and things, Kansas City.
Okay.
All right, and this is what we call versus, Kansas City versus.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is give you two things, Kansas City related.
Okay.
And you got to pick one, and then you got to tell us why that one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So D-Rod,
All right,
you
here we
ready?
go. Yeah, I'm ready, man.
all right,
I'm
man, I'm
ready.
gonna let you go first. Man.
Okay. KC people, man. I got Don Cheadle versus Eddie Griffin.
Don Cheadle.
Don
Yeah.
Cheadle, man.
Why Don Cheadle?
I think Don Cheadle is more versatile. I think he's Eddie Griffin is good. Actually, I think Eddie Griffin might have went to Southwest High School.
I think
if
so.
I'm not-
Yeah,
if
he
I'm not
did.
mistaken.
Yeah.
But I like Cheadle just because he's just more of my speed.
That's
Do you see him in the fight night? The Peacock. Is it Peacock? It is this new one just came out with. It was Don
I haven't seen
Cheadle.
it. I haven't
You
seen
haven't?
it. I haven't
Man.
seen
Oh man, he plays a cop.
Yeah,
It's good.
anything he does, he
Based
does
on a true
well.
story. Muhammad Ali fight. They robbed all these gangsters in Atlanta.
Yeah,
It's a true story.
Every time I see Cheadle, man, I just can't get past Rocket, man.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, Rocket.
He's solid. He's solid. He
Rocket
did a
off
movie,
Colors, right?
yeah.
Rocket off Colors,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
He did a movie I watched. It was Uganda or something where they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? That
Right,
hotel.
right.
Hotel Rwanda.
Hell, that was a great movie.
Yeah, man.
Great movie.
I see that. I
That was
see
a crazy
in-
story.
Yeah.
Crazy ass story.
Y'all gone? All right. Love you.
All right, here we go. Let's see. You did that one. Let's do Bobby Witt Jr. or Isaiah Pacheco.
I like Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
Bobby Witt. I like Bobby Witt because he's more of a Midwestern guy. Got that flair.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he a North Texas guy.
He's North Texas, but he fits in this
He
Midwest
does,
feel.
yeah.
You know, Pacheco's a Hispanic cat. I think he might be Puerto Rican,
He is.
but he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Daddy Yankee just came to Arrowhead to hang out with him.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For
Puerto
real.
Rican Daddy Yankee.
Yeah. But I just like Bobby Witt. I think he's good for Kansas City. They spent a lot of money on him, and I think you could see the difference he made. They made they
Man.
won 100 games.
They made a
They
run.
made a decent run with Bobby Witt. So yeah, I like Bobby.
All right, man.
Love it.
So you're familiar with this North area out here,
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna hit you with this one, okay? Hayes Hamburgers versus Town Topic Hamburgers.
I like Hayes.
Hayes
Oh.
Hamburgers.
I like Hayes.
That's right there on Antioch.
Yeah, right there in Antioch. I like Hayes. It's just a greasy spoon.
Yeah, man.
Just a greasy spoon.
Cash only, man. Cash only.
Yeah, and you can go to any time of night.
Yeah.
and get you a burger.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah,
Them dudes are small, man.
right. Little sliders. Yeah. I like Hayes.
Hayes Hamburgers,
Yeah.
man.
What about Intertub up the street?
I haven't been. I was years ago. I went to In a Tub, but they are.
You know, they got that. They're popular for that. Like, what is that cheese they put on there?
That powder cheese.
Powder cheese.
That powder
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah.
I used to work here. Like my first real job,
was
post high school was right up the street at this engineering firm.
Really?
I hated it, but I met a real cool dude. Shout out my boy Daniel. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna take you to eat some tacos, man. You Mexican, you gonna like them." I'm like, "All right,
Did you like them?
man." Nah, man. He's like, get my guy 4 of them. I was like, "All right." And they brought them to me, and I'm like,
They some
What's-
deep fried
what's this
tacos
stuff
too,
on?
man. They some
They
deep
are.
fried tacos.
You know, I'm married to a Mexican, so
Yeah.
I know what a
Don't
taco's
take her to
supposed-
Intertub, bro.
Yeah. I know what a taco's supposed to taste like. you know?
Yeah. Don't take her to
That
Intertub.
ain't it, yeah.
That's
She's
right.
gonna smack you.
Right.
All right, so my turn. Let's see. Let's do LC's barbecue versus Arthur Bryant's.
That's a tough one.
LC's, man.
Two OGs.
Yeah. I think I like LC's.
Yeah.
I think I like
Rest in
LC's.
peace,
LC's
Mr.
right there on
LC,
Blue
man.
Parkway, man.
Yeah, I haven't been to LC since LC died, which was maybe 2 or 3 years
Yeah.
ago. But he's a staple. You go through there,
Man.
you see him cooking right outside.
You talk
Yeah.
about greasy spoon.
Yeah.
Well, that floor, bro.
Yeah.
You getting that?
You sliding from the front door to the door.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But LC's.
Okay, what you ordering there?
I always like his tips.
Tips.
Yeah. Or burn ins.
Burn ins. Yep.
What about across the street? You go to Big T's?
I do.
They got some good tips
They got
out
some
there
good tips
too.
out
That's the
there.
only thing I get from there.
That's in Raytown, right?
No, this one's on Blue Parkway. Right?
Oh yeah, he is on. Yeah.
Big T's.
Big T's. Now he used to be in Raytown, though, right?
I don't know. He might still have one there.
You know, it's a lot of places that used to be in Raytown.
Yeah. He used to
For
be in
real.
Raytown off of Blue Ridge. But yeah. He's not bad, but LC's, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
All
that.
right, I'm gonna switch it up with some Italian food, man. Let's see what you go with on here. Okay. Again, Northland, man.
Okay.
Northland. All right. So I got Giovanni's Italian Deli versus Shemeka's.
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 Oh, fire.
Schmaker's, yeah.
Shemeka's just right down the street.
Right down the street, yeah. A lot of people don't know about Schmaker's, but it's
The hot Italian sausage or
yeah.
what?
I do the sausage.
The sausage?
Yeah.
Have you had Giovanni's?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I keep on telling JL.
Yeah, if I do
Yeah.
Giovanni's, I eat the spaghetti meatballs.
Really?
Yeah.
I
The
get-
sandwich or?
Just meatball.
Just
Meatballs
meatball?
and spaghetti. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
ta-
meatball spaghetti.
All you need is one meatball. The thing is so damn.
Have you
You pick it up, put it back down.
have you been to Johnny C's?
I haven't been there.
Man, Johnny C, he got some fat meatballs.
where's he
Shout
at?
out Johnny C. He's right there on Front Street, like behind the McDonald's there on Front Street.
Okay, I haven't been there.
Yeah, man. It's a
Okay.
little joint, man. Been there forever, man. Been
Okay.
there forever. Yeah,
I'll have to
man.
try 'em.
Yeah, man.
All right, here we go. Let's do the Golden Ox or the Hereford House.
Golden Ox. I haven't been there in years.
Huh?
I'm say Hereford House.
Hereford.
Yeah.
Okay, the OG, the one down there off the Boulevard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like their steaks.
Yeah.
They can make. They don't make a bad steak.
Yeah. Uptown Theater versus Midland Theater.
When I go, I usually go to Midland.
Midland.
Yeah, Midland.
Yeah.
They put
That's
out
a spot.
they put out some really good
Yeah.
concerts.
Yeah.
They got a
That's what
great
I'm saying.
venue, man. You can see everything. And not to take away from Uptown. I went to Uptown just
Yeah.
a few months. Went to go see old George Clinton at Uptown, man.
Really?
Yeah, his last show, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
All right, Stroud's versus Go Chicken Go.
Go chicken go. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Why are you asking me that?
What you getting, man? The wing pack? What?
Usually
Gizzards?
I usually do the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I heard there was a Go Chicken Go coming up north.
Up
Have
north.
you heard that?
I
Supposed to
have
be,
heard that.
yeah. It's been in the works for years
Yeah,
already.
over there by that Bueno.
Yeah.
They bought that building, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. This is a question, man, that we started a long time ago, and I thought about bringing it back with you here, Will. So, Interrupt KC, man, people, places, and things, man. Is there a person that you feel represents Kansas City?
I'm going to be a homer. Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Represents.
That's all right, man. Hey, that's not a wrong answer, bro.
I'm going to be a homer.
Yeah.
Hey, that brother is playing some ball.
Man, it's something new
Yesterday,
every.
right?
Oh, man, you see him level that
Oh, yeah, he laid
That
them
corner.
out, man. He laid them out. Yeah.
We winning because of that cat. That defense, but you got to think, even if our defense won't step up, he'll figure out a way to score.
Right.
We 6-0.
Yeah,
6-0.
Yeah.
And not just that. Look who we've beat.
Right.
Yeah.
We beat
Frisco, Baltimore,
Cincinnati.
Bengals, New Orleans.
And
Atlanta.
even add to that, and we ain't even got our good players playing.
No, and we're not, and we haven't won pretty.
Yeah, man.
And then we got the Raiders coming up
Yeah.
because they always play us tough because they hate us.
Yeah.
But
Well, everybody's hating us
right,
now.
man, we might look up and be 7-0, bro.
we might
no
look
doubt.
up and be 17-0.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
because the only hard person we got on schedule, I think, is we got the Bills coming up.
We got Houston.
Houston might be a tough
They
game,
tough.
but I can't see him losing to Houston just because he's so young.
Well, by then, though, because that's late December,
Well, you think
by then we might
somebody-
start be getting our players back.
and then some of
Them
those
been getting
guys
hurt.
come back.
Yeah,
Pacheco
yeah.
will be back
Pacheco
by
be
then.
back. Could you imagine Pacheco and
Oh,
Man,
and
come on, man.
and Hunt in the backfield together?
beast.
That ain't even fair.
Hunt looked like he ain't never lost nothing.
That ain't fair.
Well, even Gray, how Gray stepped up yesterday, man. Gray was on point,
These boys
man.
is balling.
Yeah.
Well, to your point, right? That's all Patrick Mahomes. I mean, look, Chris Jones, Karlaftis, the backfield.
They balling, bro.
Bolton,
They
beast,
balling.
beast.
Even our secondary is balling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 picks yesterday, or did they have 3? thought they had three picks.
Three, yeah. Oh. Two of them with rookies. The rookies got them.
Crazy.
They're happy.
And you got to get up for David, a coach, their defensive back coach.
Oh, okay.
He's been here a bunch.
Here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Spags has been here.
Spags?
Spags, yeah. Spags,
Shit.
all of them been here.
Nice. You meet them or what?
Oh, yeah. Kimberland.
You got to start that whole like pictures
Taking
with
pictures.
The Wall of Fame.
I usually put them on my Facebook.
Yeah, in the office. Man.
Yeah,
You put them right there on that wall right there, Will.
Yeah.
You
Then
start-
I think somebody's getting inducted. Tama Ali is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame, and that night they're having an after party here.
Oh,
For real?
Right?
What night is that again?
Can let us know.
Can we come in?
You know it'll be on Facebook.
Yeah.
But they'll be here. Kimberlanders, Tama Ali, Neil Smith has been here.
Yeah. What about the Nigerian Nightmare?
He hasn't been here, but he may be here that night.
Yeah.
But he's already in the Hall of Fame. But usually they all come back.
They
I
all
mean, Will
come
Smith,
together.
man, that dude's a big Stokey guy.
He's just really.
Yeah. Yep, I seen him. You was talking about the Chiefs, so let me ask you this: what's your favorite Chiefs playoff moment, but excluding Super Bowl wins?
God, that's tough.
Like whenever you was like, why? And particularly in the last 5 years, right?
The last 5 years. Man, maybe the game against San Fran. But that was a Super Bowl. I like when they beat Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Right.
In the AFC Championship,
Right, when they was calling it.
Was that the 13th
the
second?
one where they was calling it? What's
the Burrowhead?
Burrowhead.
Yeah.
Burrowhead my
And
ass.
that's what I was about to say. He said,
Say it.
Burrowhead my ass. Yeah, Kelsey's a fool.
man.
Hey, he told that he's
He's
like
a Stokey guy. He smokes sticks.
Kelsey?
Kelsey likes sticks. Kelsey likes them. Mahone likes them. There's a cigar lounge in Overland Park that they go to a lot. It's a private lounge. I can't think of the name.
Oh, okay.
But a lot of them will go there.
You ever been to? I meant to ask you this earlier. You ever been to the Pendergast room up above
Oh, yeah.
Majestic?
Oh yeah, they carry my sticks.
They do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a nice little getaway spot.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good spot.
Like it's kind of a gym.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
know about it, yeah.
Don't know
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about that.
about it.
Well, they about to know about it now.
They are now. Sorry, you got to pay to get up there.
Yeah, you got to be a member.
Yeah.
You got to be a member.
All right, last one for me, man. Let's do KC Winter versus KC Summer.
Well, I'm a brother, man. I like the heat.
The heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that cold.
Yeah, I'm with you too,
I
man.
don't like that heat.
If there's any reason I move out of KC, it'd be that.
It'd be that cold.
Yeah.
But you know, the last few years we've
ain't
had
been
about
bad.
a string of maybe a week,
Yeah.
a week and a half of cold days, and after
Yeah.
that it doesn't get any warmer, but it's not,
You know what?
Getting
Seems like
below.
the snow ain't bad no more.
No.
It just gets kind of
It just-
bitterly cold
bitterly
for like
cold.
1 week,
And-
and then after that it's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah,
So if
man.
you can get through that week, you're good.
Yeah, I love that.
Right
I love
on,
that.
right
You get
on.
one?
Yeah, no, I think I'm about it.
Nah, that's all
I mean,
good.
I can come up with another one, man, but
It's all good, man. Listen, thank you.
You want-
Yeah.
We know you close on Mondays.
Yeah.
This probably your family just left.
Yeah.
Really appreciate your time,
Yeah,
Will,
thank
man.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
for doing this with us,
Yeah,
man. Is there anything you want to say before I ask you just one more thing?
No, other than I appreciate you all for coming out and giving us some pub. You want to come out and enjoy a good night out on a Friday or Saturday night, live music. Come check us out. 25 Burlington. It's not a black place, not a white place. It's a good, diverse.
It's a Kansas
crowd.
City place.
It's Kansas City
Kansas
place.
City place,
Just
man.
come check it out. You will have a good time.
Hey,
Love that,
get
man.
one of his stogies. You
Yeah.
will not be,
Won't be
disappointed,
disappointed.
man. You won't be disappointed. Do people need to make reservations? What's the deal? What's that look like?
Not at all. Sometimes on Friday nights we get busy, but people will make reservations for VIP sections. But
Okay.
But normally on a Friday night, there is room. We're not so packed because there's other lounges opening up, but it's not standing room only.
Yeah.
Right.
So
What time does a band usually
The
start?
band starts at 9 p.m.
9
and
p.m.
They go to midnight.
Okay.
But the shop itself opens at 5, so you can go out, come in at 5. If you don't have dinner, food's always here, so you have get yourself something to eat. Come on in, sit down, and chill.
Nice,
That's
man.
what's up, man.
With that, tell us you're from KC without telling us you're from KC.
Gates Barbecue.
Gates Barbecue.
How may I help you?
I should have said that.
Yeah,
Let's do it again. Tell us you're from KC without telling us you're from KC.
Hi, may I help you?
yeah,
I
man.
love that shit, bro. I love that
Oh,
shit.
yeah, man.
Hey, yo, man. Will, thank you, man. It's a blessing, man, to be here with you.
Yeah,
really
man.
appreciate it, man. Keep up representing the city.
Yep.
You're a Kansas City guy, man. Love it, man.
Thank you.
Keep
No
growing,
doubt,
bro.
no doubt, man. Thank you for your time, man.
With that, man, Interrupt KC, JL.
D-Rob right here, man.
Like, follow, share, subscribe, man. Y'all know the deal. Come check out our boy at Classic Blends right here on Burlington,
Come
man. Give
down
our
here.
boy Will a shout out, everybody. Peace.
Bye.